What's up everybody, I'm Rose, and today's video is my answer to a question that I get asked often. How much money do you need to get started investing in stocks? This is such a good question. I bought my first stock with only $14 when I was 13 years old. It was a tiny amount of money, but it was enough for me to start getting comfortable with investing and get used to the idea of putting my money to work. So the short answer is, to get started investing in stocks, you really don't need much. But there are some things to consider, like what kind of investing you want to do, and most importantly, your experience and comfort level with risk. I'll be explaining all that in this video, so let's get into it. There's a common misconception that you need a lot of money to start investing. Maybe back in the day that was true, but nowadays technology makes it so easy for regular investors like us to access the stock market. So things like account minimums, investment minimums, and crazy high trading commissions that really only made sense for people with a lot of money to invest are all a thing of the past. Another reason why people think they need a lot of money to start investing is probably because they're confusing stock trading with stock investing. Stock trading does require a lot of money. It's really fast-paced and it involves studying price charts and taking advantage of short-term moves in stock prices. Your P&L swings are really large, and if you only have $100, you'll probably get wiped out before you get a chance to realize what happened. So you really need a pretty decent-sized account to be trading stocks. At least a few $1,000s in my opinion. I don't really recommend stock trading for anyone because it's really technical and emotionally demanding, and it's really not appropriate for most people. Investing in stocks is a totally different story. There are some great investing apps out there that let you get started with as little as $5. Stash, Betterment, and Acorns are some of my favorites. Thanks to a feature they offer called Fractional Investing, you can get a fully diversified portfolio with a really small amount of money. Diversification is a great strategy for anyone who doesn't know how to pick individual stocks and wants to spread out their risk and find a way to invest safely in the stock market. If you prefer to invest in individual stocks, almost all the major online brokerages have no account minimums and really low trading commissions. Here's a couple of major ones: Fidelity, TradeStation, Ally Invest, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, and Vanguard. Robinhood is a good one too. It's pretty new on the scene, and although I haven't used it myself, I've heard good things about it. Basically, they charge zero commissions. And if you don't have a lot of money to invest, it makes sense to avoid paying fees and commissions as much as possible. Because if you're buying $100 worth of stock, it's not cost effective to pay $4.95 to make that trade. Another really cool app that I recently discovered is called Stockpile, which lets you buy fractional shares of any stock you want. So you don't even need enough money to buy a whole stock. If you like big stocks like Amazon, which costs around $16.70 per share, Google, which costs around $11.79 per share, or Chipotle, which costs around $616 per share, then you can buy these with whatever amount you have. You'll just own a fractional piece of that share rather than the whole share. The point I'm trying to make is this: if you want to get started investing in stocks, whether you have $5, $50, or $500, there's really no restrictions on how much you need to get started. Rather than asking, how much money do I need to get started? I think what you should really be asking yourself is, how much do I feel comfortable with? Investing means you're putting your money at risk. So the number one consideration should really be your comfort level. If you're a total beginner, you're probably a little nervous. Maybe you don't trust the stock market and you don't like seeing the value of your account fluctuate without understanding why. I totally get it. In my opinion, getting comfortable emotionally with the act of investing and the feeling of having your money in the market is the hardest and most important hurdle. And to start working on that, you can start with any amount of money. So try starting small, say $100, or maybe for you it's more. Just ask yourself, how much am I comfortable with risking? Everyone is different, so it should be an amount that kind of gets you excited, but not so much that it stresses you out. The point is to dip your toes into the water, get some skin in the game, and start learning the flow of the market, not to give you indigestion. You can always start small and add more. I started investing with just a couple $100s, and now after so many years, I'm pretty comfortable seeing my portfolio go up and down every day in the thousands of dollars. I actually love it because market volatility also means there's upside. But it takes a little time to get used to that feeling. So start with an amount you're comfortable with and then build up from there. The bottom line is there's really no rules on how much you need to get started investing in stocks. Don't be one of those people who say, one day when I have more money, then I'll start investing. Start with what you have, even if it's just $5. You'll really be glad you did. Whether you invest $5 or $5,000, you'll start to experience firsthand what it means to have money working for you. My first dividend check ever was probably only like 50 cents, but it was still really freaking cool to see my money working for me. And at a young age, it was a powerful experience. And I really want you to have the same experience. Now, I have a question for you. Have you started investing in stocks? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments below because I'd love to know. If you liked this video, subscribe to my channel, and it would be awesome if you shared this video with your friends. Always remember to go after your dreams unapologetically and to live life on your terms. Cheers.